All right, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you three amazing books that made me a better content creator. So let's dive in. So the first book is Talk Like Ted by Carmen Gallo. Sincerely, this book is a gold mine for anybody that wants to get better at public speaking or at communication in general. But the best thing that actually struck me from this book is the first part. And that part deals with passion, finding your passion. It showed me how to find my passion, basically. And your passion, if you're asking, how do I find my passion? Okay, there are some questions that he actually asked in this book, and answering that question helped me. There are actually two questions. The first question is this: what one thing would you pay others to give you the opportunity to still do? They were supposed to pay you, but now you are the one paying them. What's that thing? Yes, that thing. That's part of it. Or the second question: what would you still do even after I give you all the money you will ever need in this world? What would you still do? Would you still go surfing? Would you still create content online? Would you still start a business if you had all the money you needed in this world? Would you still open that daycare center? Would you still start that school? So what would you still do even if you had trillions of dollars lying in your bank account right now? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to read your awesome comments. The second book is an amazing one, and it's called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. This book is phenomenal. In fact, I call it a book on wisdom because it covers wealth, health, and happiness. Or the principles is solely based on a man called Naval Ravikant. His picture will be placed on the screen right here. He's a phenomenal man. He's the CEO of AngelList Investors, and the book basically was written by Eric Jorgensen. Actually, it was from a recording they made titled How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. So they turned it into a book. He's one smart guy out there that doesn't actually write a book or doesn't have a book. He's one that basically said, if you're writing a book for money, then don't write it at all. Yeah, there are so many quotes I got from this book that are actually bangers. And it was from this book I learned something called leverage, the importance of leverage. And there are basically three types of leverage. Number one leverage is labor, where you have a company and you employ people, you employ more hands to come and help you with your work. Number two leverage is capital, where you basically have an idea or you create a startup and you go to look for investors to come and invest capital in your business. And number three leverage is something called permissionless leverage, and that's code or media. So he said, if you want to make billions or millions of dollars in this day and age, you have to go into the code or media space. You can see for the code space, that's where Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, that's the route they took. And for the media space, people like Mr. Beast and so many others, Joe Rogan, right? So many of them, Alex Omozi. So either you go through the code space or the media space, or you do both. Another thing I also learned from this book is he basically said, to make money online in this day and age, you need to learn two things. One, how to build. Two, how to sell. He said if you can learn both, you'll be unstoppable. So basically now, relating it to anything you want to start. For example, let's say, okay, you want to start a company, you first need to learn how to build the product, how to build a product that people actually want to buy, and then how to sell it to them to get commissions, to make money, right? Good. And also, there's a quote that also struck my heart from this book, and that quote is, making money is not the thing you do, it's actually a skill you learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. And the greatest investment is an investment in yourself. And the third book here is also a book on wealth, and it's called The Millionaire Fast Lane. So basically, the concept of this book is that it breaks the pathway to wealth into three places: the slow lane, the sidewalk, and the fast lane. You know, if you're moving on the roadside, or if you're moving on the road, there's a sidewalk where people walk, and there's a slow lane where bikes, bicycle, tricycle, scooters, and all of that. And there's a fast lane where things run with speed. So it's basically saying there is a fast lane to wealth. And he also uncovered some myths like savings. He was like, savings is actually not a fast way to wealth. Investing in stocks is not. Yeah, so he spoke on compound interest. Why compound interest is very, very important. The thing is that it actually doesn't make you get rich quick. And speaking of get rich quick, he spoke on a concept where getting rich quick is actually possible, but getting rich easy is actually the thing we are supposed to be fight against. So it's possible to get rich quick, but it's not possible for you to get rich easy. And if you notice, all of those scammy websites, they all promise you one single stuff, and that's to get rich easy. So they say, give us $1,000 and we'll give you $2,000 in 1 minute. Where does that happen, for God's sake? And of course, the Millionaire Fastlane shared a lot of methods to get rich quickly. Haven't you seen people that started businesses and in a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years, they become millionaires and even billionaires? Yeah, it's very, very possible. And some of the methods he shared was one, coding, learning to code, like starting a website, creating a software. And the second one is that going into media, same thing, almost the same thing like the last book, The Almanac of Never Ravikant. But the Millionaire Fastlane goes in depth with it. So these basically are the 3 books. I would not like to talk so much about them because this video will probably be a very, 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 very long video because of that. But basically, these are the 3 books I would recommend that every content creator dives in deeper with them. It will help you understand yourself, and it will help you to know how to present yourself better on camera, and it will also help you understand the processes and the methods to get started with in order to make more money online. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for your time. I wish you a wonderful and a blessed day. See you in the next video. Peace.